Ishmael is a significant figure in biblical history, and his story holds particular importance in the teachings of Jehovah's Witnesses as presented on jw.org. Understanding Ishmael's life provides valuable insights into faith, obedience, and God's purpose for humanity. Early life and birth. Ishmael was the firstborn son of Abraham, born to Hagar, an Egyptian maidservant of Abraham's wife, Sarah. Sarah was barren and, in her desire for an heir, suggested that Abraham have a child with Hagar. This arrangement was culturally acceptable at the time and was seen as a way to continue a family line. Hagar conceived, and tensions arose when she began to look down on Sarah, leading to conflict between the two women. Genesis chapter 16 verses 1-4. Feeling mistreated, Hagar fled into the wilderness. There, an angel of Jehovah appeared to her, instructing her to return to Sarah and submit to her authority. The angel also delivered a prophecy about her unborn son, stating that he would be named Ishmael, meaning, God hears, because Jehovah had heard her affliction. The prophecy described Ishmael as a wild donkey of a man, indicating he would live in opposition to his brothers and lead an independent life. Genesis chapter 16 verses 7-12. Relationship with Abraham and Sarah. Upon Ishmael's birth, Abraham was 86 years old. For a time, Ishmael was Abraham's only son and likely the presumed heir to God's promises. However, Jehovah later reaffirmed his covenant with Abraham, specifying that Sarah would bear a son named Isaac, through whom the covenant would continue. Genesis chapter 17 verses 15-21. This announcement shifted the focus from Ishmael to Isaac concerning the fulfillment of God's promises. When Isaac was weaned, Sarah observed Ishmael mocking her son. Concerned about the negative influence on Isaac, she urged Abraham to dismiss Hagar and Ishmael. Although distressed, Abraham complied after Jehovah reassured him, stating that while Isaac would carry the covenant, Ishmael would also become a great nation because he was Abraham's offspring. Genesis chapter 21 verses 8-13. Life in the wilderness and God's care. Hagar and Ishmael wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. When their water ran out, Hagar, in despair, distanced herself from Ishmael to avoid watching him die. Jehovah heard the boy's cries, and an angel called out to Hagar, providing comfort and revealing a well of water to save them. Genesis chapter 21 verses 14-19. This act demonstrated Jehovah's care for Ishmael despite his not being the child of the covenant. Ishmael grew up in the wilderness of Paran and became an expert archer. Hagar found him an Egyptian wife, and he became the father of 12 sons, who became chieftains of their own tribes. These tribes settled in the region from Havilah to Shur, near Egypt, fulfilling the promise that Ishmael would become a great nation. Genesis chapter 21 verses 20-21, 25, 12-18. Prophetic significance and legacy. The life of Ishmael holds prophetic significance in the Bible. His descendants are often associated with the Arab nations, and his story illustrates themes of God's mercy and the complexities of human decisions. Jehovah's Witnesses view Ishmael's experiences as lessons in the importance of patience and trust in God's timing. The Apostle Paul references Ishmael in his letter to the Galatians, using him allegorically to represent those born according to the flesh versus those born through a promise. Paul contrasts Hagar and Sarah, symbolizing two covenants, one leading to slavery and the other to freedom. Ishmael represents the Old Covenant from Mount Sinai, while Isaac represents the New Covenant through Christ. Galatians chapter 4 verses 22-31. This comparison emphasizes the transition from the law to faith in Jesus for salvation. Lessons from Ishmael's life. Trust in Jehovah's promises. Abraham and Sarah's decision to have a child through Hagar reflects a lack of patience in waiting for Jehovah's promise to be fulfilled. Their actions led to familial strife and long-term consequences. Jehovah's Witnesses learn the importance of waiting on Jehovah and trusting in his timing. Jehovah's compassion. Despite the circumstances of his birth, Jehovah showed care for Ishmael. He provided for him and his mother in the wilderness and blessed him with a large family. This demonstrates that Jehovah listens to the afflicted and cares for all individuals. Consequences of actions. Ishmael's mocking of Isaac led to his separation from Abraham's household. This teaches the importance of our conduct and how actions can affect our relationships and standing before God. Fulfillment of prophecy. The prophecies concerning Ishmael's life were fulfilled as he became a great nation living in opposition to his brothers. This fulfillment underscores the reliability of Jehovah's word and prophecies. Ishmael's relevance today. For Jehovah's Witnesses, Ishmael's story is a reminder of the importance of obedience to Jehovah and the consequences of taking matters into one's own hands. It highlights how Jehovah can bless individuals even when they are not the primary focus of his purpose. Ishmael's life serves as an example of Jehovah's impartiality and his willingness to extend blessings beyond the central lineage of his people. Additionally, understanding the allegorical use of Ishmael in the Christian Greek scriptures helps Jehovah's Witnesses appreciate the transition from the Old Law covenant to the New Covenant established by Jesus Christ. It reinforces the belief that faith and obedience to Jehovah are paramount for receiving his promises. Conclusion. Ishmael's life is a testament to Jehovah's mercy, the complexities of human decisions, and the fulfillment of divine prophecy. His experiences offer valuable lessons in faith, patience, and the importance of aligning one's actions with Jehovah's will. By studying